Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to my channel and blessings to you all. So, getting straight to the topic, this video is me coming to let you guys know what the Most High shared with me or told me about Mr. Sean Combs. I've actually made several videos about this, and I wanted to go in depth into the letter, or should I say, what I wrote down about the dream I had with Mr. Sean Combs. So, for those of you who do not know me, um, I am a servant of the Most High God, doing my best to walk in His will. And He, like those who are His servants as well as His children, because I am His child ultimately, we are supposed to hear from Him. You know, for some of us, we have different gifts, and some of us have gifts of prophecy, gifts of visions, gifts of dreams, of speaking in tongues, of so many different things that are considered to be the different parts of the body of Christ. So for me, among other gifts, I have also been gifted by the Most High with the spirit of having dreams. So yes, by His grace, usually when I have dreams, especially when I know it's from Him, because I have to confirm, as we all do, that it is indeed from Him. But once He confirms that it's from Him, it comes to pass. And He usually speaks in such a way that it is undeniable, the message that He is relaying. So, having said that, I have made videos before in passing, but I've never really sat down face to face with you guys to share with you heart to heart, if you will, as to why I'm doing what I'm doing and what exactly the Most High said to me regarding Mr. Sean Combs. So, as we all know, what has happened with the trial and everything, and where we are so far, we are all aware of the things that he has been accused of in the past and the things that he was actually, sentenced for, of which there's still a lot more work to do, or some work to do, to get to the point where the Most High has asked us to, or has told me to, will happen. So, you guys, basically, in October, mid to late October of last year, I had my first dream about Mr. Combs. And I thought it was quite strange because I wasn't really following him. I had my own issues I was dealing with and was very much preoccupied with it. If anything, the night before I had that dream, I had prayed desperately to the Most High to please show me what to do regarding that issue that I was currently dealing with at that time. And so I did not in any shape or form expect to have the dream about Mr. Combs. Um, So, yes, the Most High, instead of giving me the answer to that prayer, because I was looking for a solution as to how to better solve or to better continue with the situation, which honestly was a toxic situation, I opted instead to, or the Most High opted to give me a different assignment entirely. And so that is what I would like to share with y'all now. Um, So I'm gonna read the excerpt if you don't mind, because I don't wanna. If I talk about it on my own, I'm gonna end up rambling. So um, give me 1 minute. Okay, so this is an excerpt from the letter that I wrote to Mr. Combs because I did eventually end up reaching out to him while he was at the MDC jail during his trial. And so this is what I wrote, basically describing the dream that I had. And so here it goes. The Most High, or Yah, who I call Yah, for Yahuwah or Yeshua, you know. So I said, Yah showed me that somebody has orchestrated a lot of lies against you in order to try to destroy you and steal all you've ever worked for. But something in my spirit tells me that you must have done something right or trying to for this sudden shift against you in the industry. For the children of darkness / Satan to come after you like this, it means that somehow you were able to recognize the state of darkness you were in and come to your senses. All right. This is not the right section. I'm just making sure I have enough data or enough storage. All right, you guys, I'm sorry. Just thank you for your patience. Okay. So in the first dream, I was on a long escalator that was going down into the New York City subway. You were on an escalator across from me going in the opposite direction. You seemed jovial and had that on top of the world look. You were dressed up in a gray fur coat and it looked like you were headed to an event or occasion. When our escalators moved to the same level, our eyes met and you had the biggest smile. It was as if you already knew who I was. All right? So I'm trying to maintain. Please excuse me, I'm reading from the side. So we must have become very good friends because the next thing I saw, I was in what looked like your library or home office. You started showing me legal documents of the real estate you owned, and it didn't seem odd to me at all that you would do so. As I started going through them, I began to notice that something was wrong. It seemed like most of the properties I was seeing on the documents were either fictitious or non-existent. I started to voice my concerns that you may have been scammed. And all of a sudden, this white man, who appeared to be in his mid to late 50s, showed up out of nowhere, along with a large crowd of people, including some of your family and friends. We stood at the back of the crowd and watched this man get on a low podium and start pointing at you. He started accusing you of so many things. He sounded so convincing, and I could see the crowd getting swayed by his words. But I already knew he was doing all that to distract people so he could try to get away with what I had discovered. As he continued to accuse you, I could feel my anger building up until I couldn't take it anymore. I began to publicly rebuke this man in the name of Yahusha, whom the world calls Jesus. I asked if anyone in the crowd was willing to stand with me to fight this man. Everybody kept quiet, and some began to walk away. But a little while later, I saw this old white man in a wheelchair raise his hand. I went to sit in a chair next to him, and he whispered into my ear that he would stand with me. After that, I woke up. So you guys, this is the first and initial dream that I ever had of Mr. Combs. And as I have stated, I did go ahead and share this with him. So I wanted to make this video because I don't think that it can ever get old. I don't think that it can ever get old. The fact of what the Most High has been doing, will do, and is about to do, right? He is a faithful God, and there's nothing that He ever shows His children and His servants that ever returns to Him void. Now, throughout the course of the months leading to Mr. Combs's trial, before I reached out to him, I asked the Most High for confirmation, and several times He gave me confirmation. And I remember that one of the confirmations was, because there came a time where I had to move states just because of this trial. And I knew on my way to New York City, driving back, that indeed it was the Most High that was sending me to move back. Because I had another dream, the second dream, about this same personality called Mr. Combs. And so that was my first second-ish confirmation, right? Then after that, I also had a conversation in the physical realm. So something happened in the physical that caused me to know for a fact that it was also the Most High that was behind everything. And then I also had a follow-up dream and also a follow-up physical confirmation. So in subsequent videos, I want to go into that second dream that I had, as well as the other confirmations that I had. And so I'm making this video because, as I have stated, I have made other videos, but I want this to be different. I want this to be orderly. I want to go to be more detailed in a way that people will understand and relate to what I'm saying. And I just want the Most High to move as He has been moving. But I want people to be more aware of the story, to realize that what is happening to Mr. Combs right now is not normal. It is unusual, but the Most High will have His glory, because whatever He allows to happen is for His glory. And so that is ultimately the purpose of this message. And on my next video, I want to go in depth to share with you my second dream. So thank you so much for your time, and until the next video, bye bye now.